The trailer for Outlander Season 7, Episode 9 is finally here, and it promises heartbreak, danger, and choices that will change everything for Claire and Jamie. Every frame feels heavy with emotion. Every glance hides a secret, and every battle looks like it could be the last. Fans have waited for answers, and this trailer is full of hints that the second half of the season will be darker and more intense than anything we've seen before when we last left Outlander. At the end of Episode 8, nothing felt settled. Jamie and Claire were caught between war and family. The Revolutionary War was no longer just a rumor on the horizon. It had reached their doorstep. Armies were moving, alliances were shifting, and danger was everywhere. Every decision they made was now tied not just to survival, but to the history of a nation. Being written in front of their eyes, Claire, who has always carried the weight of knowledge from the future, looked more conflicted than ever. She knows the cost of war. She knows what battles mean in the long run. Yet she also knows that Jamie's heart will never let him sit on the sidelines. He is a man born to fight for his people, for freedom, and for his family. That tension was the heartbeat of Part 1, the clash between destiny and choice, between what must be done and what should be done. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger's story pulled us into a very different kind of fight. While Jamie and Claire faced the brutality of the 18th century, Brianna and Roger struggled in the modern world of the 1980s. Their challenges were quieter but no less important. A family separated by time is still a family trying to hold together. Their children, their safety, and the shadow of history followed them even in what should have been a more peaceful life. The ending of Part 1 left us with more questions than answers. Would Jamie and Claire survive the coming battles? And at what cost would Brianna and Roger ever find true peace in their time? Or would the pull of the past drag them back again? Every character stood at the edge of change, and the trailer for Episode 9 wastes no time showing us that the storm is about to break. This is why Episode 9 matters so much. It is not just the continuation of a story. It is the moment where threads from past and future begin to twist together. The war is no longer something that can be delayed. The choices of one family will echo far beyond their own lives, and for viewers, it means the promise of answers, heartbreak, and maybe even hope in places we least expect. The trailer opens with a shot that immediately sets the tone. The sky is heavy with storm clouds, and the sound of distant drums grows louder with every heartbeat. Jamie stands tall on the battlefield, his face marked with determination. He looks older, not in years but in weight, as if every decision he has made is pressing down on his shoulders. The way the camera lingers on him tells us this is no longer just Jamie Fraser the rebel. It is Jamie Fraser the legend, a man about to step into history. Then comes Claire, her eyes filled with both fear and fire. She is dressed not in her familiar, calm healer's attire, but in clothing ready for survival. The trailer shows her clutching a weapon, her knuckles white, her breathing unsteady. It is a powerful image, a woman who has seen centuries of pain, still ready to fight for the man she loves and the family she refuses to lose. We get a flash of Brianna next, standing in the 1980s, but holding something that clearly does not belong to her time. It is a letter, aged and worn, and as she reads it, her lips tremble. The trailer cuts quickly, not letting us hear her words, but the fear in her eyes tells us the letter carries a warning from the past. Roger appears by her side, his hand gripping her shoulder, his face pale with realization. They are not safe, not in their own time, not anywhere. Another moment takes us to the chaos of war. Soldiers march, cannons fire, and smoke rises high into the sky. The Revolutionary War is no longer background noise. It is front and center. The camera shows Jamie leading men into battle, the Scottish fire in him burning brighter than ever. Yet there is also a moment where his gaze shifts, not to the enemy but to Claire, as if reminding us that for him, love and war are forever bound together. The trailer does not stop there. A quick cut reveals a new face, a mysterious figure in the shadows, watching Jamie and Claire from a distance. No words are spoken, yet the tension is undeniable. Is this figure friend or foe, ally or traitor? That single silent stare could mean a betrayal that changes everything. Then the music swells, and the emotional punch lands. Claire's voice is heard, trembling yet strong, saying, we cannot run forever. The camera cuts to Jamie, blood on his face, eyes fierce, replying, "Then we will stand." It is not just dialogue, it is a promise, a vow, and a warning. The final moments of the trailer are fast, almost overwhelming. Brianna screaming in terror as a door slams shut. Roger running through the dark with a torch in his hand. Claire sobbing over a body we cannot see. Jamie raising his sword high against the thunder of cannons. Every second feels like the world is breaking apart, yet at the same time being rewritten. The screen fades to black, and with it the sense that Outlander is not only returning, it is coming back with the force of destiny. Episode 9 is not just a continuation. It is the storm that has been building since the beginning of the season. Now ready to explode. Every frame of the trailer is loaded with themes that have carried Outlander from the very beginning. At the heart of it all is the constant pull between love and war. Jamie and Claire have always been defined by the strength of their bond, yet the world around them has never stopped testing that bond. In Episode 9, the trailer makes it clear that their love is both a shield and a weapon. When Jamie raises his sword, the cut of the camera reminds us that he is fighting for freedom, but more than that, he is fighting for her. The Revolutionary War itself is a symbol that runs deeper than battles. It represents the price of change. History is shifting, nations are being born, and lives are being broken. Every cannon blast in the trailer is not just a sound effect. It is the echo of a world tearing itself apart. For Claire, who carries knowledge of the future, the war is more than just another conflict. It is a reminder of what is to come, a test of how much she can protect without unraveling the flow of time. There's also the theme of family divided by centuries. Brianna and Roger, trapped in the 1980s, are symbols of how time cannot truly separate blood. Their discovery of letters and warnings from the past shows that love and fear can cross generations. The way Brianna's face tightens as she reads tells us that the past is not silent. It is alive, speaking to her, demanding her attention. It is a powerful symbol that even in different eras, the Frasers are never free from history. Another key symbol is the letter itself, a fragile piece of paper, aged and worn, yet it carries power strong enough to shake Brianna and Roger's world. In Outlander, letters and artifacts have always been bridges between times. Rings, portraits, weapons, each one carried meaning that outlived its owner. In Episode 9, the letter becomes the voice of those who cannot be there in person, a whisper across time reminding them that danger does not fade with centuries. The trailer also plays with the theme of choice. Claire's words, "We cannot run forever," are not just lines of dialogue. They are the voice of a woman who has seen too much loss. Running has saved them before, but now the cost of running is too high. Jamie's reply, "Then we will stand," carries the weight of finality. It tells us that they are ready to face what comes, no matter how brutal, no matter how hopeless. This exchange captures the entire spirit of Outlander, the courage to love and fight in the face of impossible odds. Finally, there's the shadow of betrayal. The mysterious figure in the trailer, watching from the dark, is a silent symbol of trust being tested. Outlander has always thrived on tension between friend and foe, and this small moment plants a seed of doubt. Who can be trusted when the world itself is falling apart? The figure represents the danger of secrets, of hidden loyalties, and of the truth that not all threats come with a sword. Some arrive quietly, waiting for the right moment to strike. Through these themes and symbols, Episode 9 promises more than action. It promises a story where love and war are inseparable, where family stretches beyond time, and where every choice carries the weight of history itself. The trailer for Episode 9 is not only a glimpse of what is coming, it is a puzzle filled with hidden promises. Each scene seems to whisper a question, daring us to guess how the story will unfold. Fans have been waiting for the turning point. In Season 7 and Episode 9 may be the moment when everything finally collides. One of the biggest questions is Jamie's fate on the battlefield. The trailer shows him standing firm against the roar of cannons, his sword raised as if he were carved out of the storm itself. But Outlander has always thrived on placing its characters in impossible danger. Could this be the episode where Jamie faces his most devastating loss yet? Or will it prove once again that his will to survive is unbreakable? What makes this moment even more powerful is that history itself feels like a character. We know the Revolutionary War will not be kind. Yet Jamie's story has always existed in the space between history and myth. Another theory comes from Brianna's storyline. The letter she holds may not only be a warning, but a key. Could it reveal knowledge of events that even Claire does not know, or instructions that could change how the family survives the coming storm? The look on Brianna's face suggests more than fear. It is the expression of someone who realizes she is holding a responsibility too great to carry alone. Roger by her side raises the question, will they remain in the safety of the 1980s, or will love and duty once again pull them back into the dangers of the past? The shadowed figure glimpsed in the trailer is another mystery. Outlander rarely introduces such a presence without meaning. Is this a new rival, an enemy born of the war, or could it be someone closer, someone who has walked beside the Frasers before, but now turns against them? The silence of that figure speaks louder than words, suggesting betrayal, revenge, or a twist we cannot yet predict. Then there is Claire's line, "We cannot run forever." This may be more than dialogue. It could be the warning that their life of escape has reached its limit. Each season has seen them run from one danger to the next, surviving by wit and courage. But episode 9 may be the point where there is no more running, only standing firm, no matter the cost. Jamie's answer, "Then we will stand," feels less like a promise and more like a vow sealed in blood. We must also look at the emotional shots. Claire's tears over a body, Brianna's scream, Roger's desperate run. Each of these could belong to different storylines, yet together they create the picture of a family once again facing separation. Outlander has always tested its characters by pulling them apart, and episode 9 may be setting up another painful divide. The question is, will this divide last, or will it only strengthen the ties that bind them through centuries in the end? The trailer is not only about action and danger, it is about destiny. The Frasers have always lived at the center of history, and episode 9 may finally show the cost of being in that place. Theories will continue to swirl, but one truth stands above all. The battles ahead are not just about freedom or survival. They are about love that refuses to die, even when time itself tries to tear it apart. After all the tension and mystery in the trailer, one question stands above everything. When will fans finally see episode 9 and the rest of part 2? The wait has been long, the speculation endless, but now the date is set, and it feels like the storm is ready to break. Outlander returns with episode 9 on its official release day, a moment fans have circled on their calendars, a moment that promises not just answers, but an emotional firestorm. What makes this release so important is not only the continuation of the story, but the sense of finality in the air. Part 2 is being promoted as the closing chapters of a journey that began years ago. Every glance in the trailer, every tear, every swing of a sword carries the weight of endings. It is not just another mid-season return. It is a step into the last battles, the last sacrifices, the last declarations of love that will echo across centuries. The trailer itself seems to be aware of this. The editing, the music, the urgency of each shot all push toward one truth. This is the last time we will see Jamie and Claire face a storm of this size. The war is not only a backdrop, it is the fire that will burn away everything except what truly matters: the family's survival, their love, and their courage to defy time itself. For fans, the return date is not only about watching the next chapter, it is about witnessing the resolution of questions that have haunted the story since the beginning. Will Jamie and Claire live to see peace, or will their love demand the ultimate price? Will Brianna and Roger stay in their time, or risk everything to return once more? Will history bend to their choices, or will destiny crush them under its weight? The release of episode 9 holds the answers, and that makes it one of the most anticipated returns in Outlander history. So prepare for heartbreak and triumph, prepare for war and reunion, prepare for the moment where past and future collide. Outlander Season 7 Part 2 is not just a continuation, it is the storm we have been waiting for. And now, with the release date in sight, we know that the wait is nearly over. Outlander Season 7 Episode 9 is shaping up to be more than just another chapter. The trailer has shown us the fire of war, the tears of family, and the shadows of betrayal. It is a promise that the story we have followed for years is moving toward a climax that will test every bond and every belief. What makes this moment so powerful is that it feels like everything is colliding at once. The Revolutionary War, the love of Jamie and Claire, the separation of Brianna and Roger, and the choices that could alter history forever. Every glimpse in the trailer reminds us that Outlander has never been about surviving one lifetime. It has always been about love that defies time itself. As fans, we now stand on the edge of what may be one of the most emotional arcs in the series. Episode 9 is not simply about battles or reunions. It is about legacy. It is about whether the Fraser family can hold together when the world around them is breaking apart. It is about whether courage and devotion can endure against the weight of destiny. So now the question turns to you. Which moment from the trailer struck you the most? Was it Jamie raising his sword with unshakable resolve, Claire whispering that they cannot run forever, or Brianna trembling as she read the words that carried across time? Share your thoughts, share your theories, because Outlander is not just a story on screen. It is a story that lives through the passion of its fans. The wait for part 2 is almost over, and soon we will all step back into a world where history and love burn together like fire. Until then, stay ready, because the storm is coming, and none of us will leave it unchanged. Outlander has always been more than a love story, more than a war story, more than a tale of time travel. It has been a journey through history, a reminder of how love can burn brighter than fear, and how choices can ripple across centuries. The trailer for Season 7, Episode 9 shows us that the final chapters will not be gentle. They will be fierce, emotional, and unforgettable. Jamie and Claire are standing against a storm greater than any they have faced before. Yet they are not standing alone. Every member of their family, whether in the past or in the future, carries a piece of that fire. Brianna and Roger in their world, Claire and Jamie in theirs, all connected by letters, by blood, by love that refuses to fade. This is what makes Outlander so powerful. It is not bound by time. It is bound by the strength of the heart. As part 2 approaches, one truth becomes clear. The battles are not only on the fields of war, they are within the hearts of those who fight to protect what they love. The tears we saw in the trailer, the screams, the vows spoken in whispers, they all lead to a single promise. Outlander will not end quietly. It will end with fire, with sacrifice, and with a story that will stay with us long after the screen fades to black. So now the countdown begins. The release date is set, the storm is coming, and the questions will soon find their answers. Until that moment arrives, hold on to the scenes we have glimpsed, let the tension build, and prepare yourself for a return that will test every emotion. Outlander Season 7, Episode 9 is almost here, and when it comes, it will not just continue the story, it will carve itself into history.